Good morning. I'm Punitha Balakrishnan, matrix number 820A1911. Today I would like to present on management individual assignment based on the analysis of Tealive company and the management principles implemented at Loob Holdings Sdn.Bhd. As a first question, let's see on the term of management and the four management functions implemented in Tealive to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of their employees, processes, projects, and organization as a whole. The term of management is a process of getting things done effectively and efficiently with and through other people. A process refers to a set of ongoing and interrelated activities. The four management functions are including the planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. The planning is the function that involves setting objectives and determining a course of action to achieve those objectives. Organizing is the function that involves developing a systematic scheme and distributing human resources to make sure the objectives are achieved as well. And the leading is the function which is essential as it helps to boost the company productivity. Then the controlling is the function that helps the organization to improve their work performance. Let's see how the Loob Holdings Sdn.Bhd has implemented the four management functions in Tealive business. As for planning, the managers of Loob Holdings Sdn.Bhd are well aware of their surrounding before planning a project. They are also always bringing up with a new project fitting to the trend to attract more teenagers to buy Tealive beverages because teenagers tend to follow nowadays trend. Tealive aware of every of their surrounding before introducing their product to be market and able to manage making a plan to achieve their objectives by formulating necessary steps and make sure that the plans are perfectly implemented. Next is organizing. Tealive has a good organizing skill, which is the Loob Holdings Sdn.Bhd are based on teamwork among employees. The Tealive management team allocate their resources to their employee according to their strength to make sure that every employees are united. Loob Holdings Sdn.Bhd apply the teamwork and empowerment as they started this Tealive business and firmly believe that their employees' teamwork would help the company to reach their victory easily, and they have proven this concept. Next is leading. A well leading by the top management, especially from the CEO Brian Loob, has helped to boost the productivity of Loob Holdings Sdn.Bhd and also pull off their aim. A good leadership helps to maximize the productivity by molding them into a body that only creates success in the same time give out positivity. An effective leader makes their subordinate to be eager about striving their efforts to bring off the objectives of the organization. Lastly is controlling. Tealive management team consistently control and monitor their employees well. Every time the managers monitor the employees in the stall and how their employees communicate with the customers of Tealive. Staffs in Loob Holdings Sdn.Bhd polishes through the monitoring by their managers on each staffs to ensure that they lead not only to achieve the goals of organization but also to make sure they live up to the standards of company. Here is the top management at Loob Holdings Sdn.Bhd has been categorized. Firstly is Brian Loob as Chief Executive Officer, CEO, Chi Lang Loob as a Chief Operating Officer, Mei Tho as Chief Financial Officer, Brian Yeo as a Business Development Director Tealive Asia, Jessica Lee as a Head of Group Marketing, Pak Lee as Manager of Group Human Resources, Jian Tan as Assistant Manager of Strategy and Portfolio, Shu Ching Kwan as a Training Manager, Brandon Yu as an Assistant Outlet Manager, and Gun Boy as a General Manager. These are the 10 roles that the top level managers execute, which is categorized into 3 types. The first type is interpersonal roles, which includes the figurehead, the leader, and the liaison. The next is informational roles, which includes the monitor, the disseminator, and the spokesperson. Lastly is the decisional role, which includes the entrepreneur, the disturbance handler, the resource allocator, and the negotiator. First is the figurehead. A figurehead is a person who is responsible for social, ceremonial, and legal matters. They also represent their company in a professional manner. The leader is a person who is responsible for the work of subordinates, motivating and encouraging the employees and exercising their formal authority. The liaison is a person who is making contacts outside the vertical chain of command, including peers in other companies or departments, and government and trade organization representatives. The monitor is a person who seeks information within and outside of their company to assess their company's operations and identify the issues that need to be approached or the changes that need to be made. Then is the disseminator. The disseminator is a person that relies on valuable information internally to employees and delegate the task correspondingly. The spokesperson is the person who will rely on the information externally and acting like a spokesperson for the organization brand to introduce the brand to the market and the public. Next is the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur role includes the responsibilities that related on organizing and running the business processes. These responsibilities may include solving problems and developing and implementing new ideas or strategies. As an entrepreneur, the ideas are often promote innovative solutions and move the organization forward. Then is the disturbance handler. Managers will be handle any internal or external issues or roadblocks. Then is the resource allocator, which is the managers must allocate and oversee the various resources from funding to equipment. Lastly is the negotiator. The negotiator is responsible for participating and directing negotiation within their organization. Moving to the last question, which is importance of innovation to CEO Brian Loo's job. Innovation is important to CEO Brian Loo's job because he needs enhancement repeatedly and able to create competitive advantage to improve the Tealive business and the Loob holding Sdn.Bhd. Innovation is important to CEO Brian Loo to increase the company profitability and it has the positive impact on company culture. Let's see how technology changes the way of managers work today. The technology has increased the company productivity and it is more efficient to be used among managers. The technology also helps the organization to increase the collaboration between the managers and the employees as well. The technology also helps to improve the cost of management of the organization. Lastly is the technology has heightened up the level of security of an organization by creating firewalls and more security systems updates to avoid the security breaches. Thank you.